Hey guys, it's Terry B, and it is TTM Tuesday. I've been super behind on TTMs. I admit, with the insanity that's been the world for the last, I don't know, couple of months, I have really slacked off on sending out TTMs, rightfully so. School's back in session, super busy with some disaster relief related things as well. So, that said, I owed the channel a video for TTMs specifically because I've done a lot of stuff other than TTMs here lately. So let's get rolling. I have 3 returns, so not a super long video. Also, I've got some cards laid out here that I'm going to send out for TTMs. I need to get myself back in gear and get those rolling. Kind of went through a lot of my stuff, and I don't really have a lot of things for TTM, at least for my obscure Orioles collection. I've kind of been buying a lot of new stuff here lately and haven't gotten into some of the older stuff where I can actually find players who still sign. So going to change that here soon. Probably going to send out some bigger name players, some other teams, some Hall of Famers. Actually debating sending out Nolan Ryan as well. I know the donation's pretty hefty to his foundation, but I still think it'd be a cool card to have. So without further ado, I'm going to get rolling. I do know what these cards are, so I will tell you. I will start off with a non-baseball return. So if you're here for baseball and you're not going to get it, I apologize. At least not right away. So first up, I sent 2 cards to Mr. John Tucker, who was a center for the Capitals. You can see here he was actually traded midseason to the Buffalo Sabres. So John Tucker was the first return. Let me try to keep these on screen and work around. I'm not at my usual setup. So a little bit about John Tucker. He had an 8-year NHL career, broke in 83-84 with the Sabres, traded to the Caps in 89-90. Let's see, back to the Sabres, to the Devils, and wrapped up his career with the Lightning. So let's see, in career stats, 12 years, he had 177 goals, 259 assists, which is good for 436 points. He was a plus-minus, a -9 player in his career. I know a lot of folks aren't big on the plus-minus stat, but I thought I'd throw it in there. So John Tucker is the first return. The next 2 are a pair of Baltimore Orioles backstops who actually played together throughout, well, I shouldn't say, well, I guess technically throughout their career, at least when I looked at the dates. So let's get this set up over here. There we go. So 79-day return on this one. And I do have a signed index card. So if anyone wants to take a guess, I'll hold it here for a second. Leave it in the comments if you got it right. I don't think it's too difficult, especially if you're an Orioles fan and knowing it's a catcher from the same time period as the next one. But that said, so signed index, which is cool. Not a lot of guys do that. And our player is Jeff Tackett. So I've got his 92 Fleer Ultra rookie along with his 91 pre-rookie, AAA with the Rochester Red Wings. So Jeff Tackett, catcher for the Orioles, primarily a backup catcher. Again, I'm trying to work around a different setup. My apologies. Let's see, career stats. So Jeff Tackett had a WAR of .6, only had 327 at-bats, good for 71 hits, 7 home runs, just above the Mendoza line for the career at .217 for batting average. Nothing else of note there. Broke in with the Orioles in 91, stayed there through 94, so entire career with one team. And let me see if I can get draft info. Wasn't quite ready for that. Drafted by the Orioles in the 2nd round of the 84 draft out of Adolfo Camarillo High School in Camarillo, California. So, Jeff Tackett. The next return is one I've been waiting on since I first started TTMing. So, it's definitely cool to see it come back. I kind of figured it was kind of written off after so long. But I'd mentioned same playing time period as Jeff Tackett. So Tackett was 91 to 94. So here's a 232-day return. Index card is not signed. And you have the starting catcher of that same time period, Mr. Chris Hoiles. So he actually had a local address in Pennsylvania. So I was kind of hoping this would have been a quick return, but I will take it. Definitely because of the fact there's a hologram on that upper deck card. I'm not sure exactly what that parallel is, but a little bit about Chris Hoiles. So wins above replacements, 23.5. So really nice WAR. Not quite 3,000 at bats, 739 hits, 151 homers, batting average of 262. Looking for some other big numbers here. A whole 5 stolen bases, which for a catcher, and that's not too bad. Chris Hoiles is currently 55 years old. He was drafted by the Tigers in the 19th round of the 86 amateur draft out of Eastern Michigan. And let's see. Broke into the majors in 89 with the Orioles, played there through 98, so 10-year big league career. Across those 10 years, let's see, anything major that sticks out? Yes, in 93, he ranked 16th in the American League MVP voting. So that's probably his best year there. Also had his son Dalton Hoiles, who was in the organization for the Orioles, and I believe was just recently cut, as a lot of major league teams have kind of trimmed back the minor league rosters, really for cost cuts and in preparation of potentially no minor league season. I think we're all kind of curious if the majors are going to play, but it's probably a foregone conclusion the minors aren't as likely to happen, unfortunately. So Chris Hoiles. So 2 O's backstops in the same video, which is cool. So let me hit what's going out next. Again, I haven't done a ton of older stuff. So here's what I got. I have 2 Manny Alexander cards, which are headed to the Dominican Republic. That's the most recent successful address that I found. So my first send to the Dominican. So we'll see what happens there. Got a Cleveland Indians Casey Blake. So I watched Casey Blake come through the minors with the Blue Jays organization. Actually had a chance to chat with him. We played the same, he played third base, as did I, as I was kind of going through Little League and whatnot. So we chatted a little bit at times. So I thought it'd be cool to send out. Dick Bosman, a lot of folks know him from his time with the Rangers. He was also the AAA manager here for the Rochester Red Wings in the Orioles organization. Jack Cust, a journeyman outfielder, DH, infielder, played just about every position. So many folks may have heard the names. I think he was definitely a player that traveled a lot. Jim Dwyer in a very interesting looking pose. So I'm going to send that one out, along with Dan Graham, Mike Griffin, and Jose Silva. Again, Blue Jays pitcher I saw come through the organization closest to where I live. So that's what's heading out for TTM. We'll see what comes back. In the meantime, I need to buy up some late 80s, early 90s stuff and continue to add to the rest of my TTM mailings. So that's what I got. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If there's any big name player that you guys have seen the TTMs that you want me to try to go after, leave me a comment. I've got a ton of cards. Really don't have them sorted in any fashion, but more than happy to look through. If there's any big name players you guys want me to try for, I'll give it a shot and see what happens. But again, thanks for the support. Appreciate you guys watching. Take care, stay safe, and we'll talk again soon. Have a great day.